What if the thing your dog needs most from you has nothing to do with food or toys or training? What if it is something so simple that your first instinct is going to be that cannot be it? And what if you have been missing it every single day because nobody ever told you it was happening? By the end of this video, the way you look at your dog will change forever. Stay with me, because what is coming up at number 4 is the one that hits the hardest. Most people who watch this tell us they had no idea they were doing it wrong. 1. Stop staring your dog down when they do something wrong. You know this moment when your dog has chewed something or knocked something over. You catch them, you turn around, and you fix them with a long, firm, unblinking stare. You think you are communicating disappointment, but your dog is having a completely different experience. In canine social language, a sustained, direct, hard stare is actually a threat display. It is the same signal a dominant animal uses to initiate a confrontation. Your dog's nervous system processes it as something dangerous is about to happen. The freeze you sometimes see, where the dog goes completely still with eyes looking up, is not guilt. Researchers have documented extensively that this is actually appeasement behavior. That is your dog doing everything to say, "Please do not escalate this. I am not a threat." Research published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior has shown that dogs subjected to frequent aversive interactions show significantly higher baseline anxiety. They are not scared of you, exactly, but they are never fully sure what version of you they are getting. The fix is not complicated. Redirect instead of stare, and move calmly instead of loom. Use your voice to interrupt the behavior, not your eyes to challenge the animal. Because the dog who trusts you completely cannot exist if part of them is always calculating whether your next eye contact is safe. 2. When they come to check on you, let them finish. This one sounds small, but it is not small at all. Your dog walks over to you when you are sitting quietly and sniffs your hand or face. They are gathering information, checking your chemistry, and running a quiet assessment of how you are doing. And most owners in that moment immediately reach out and start petting them. It feels like the natural response, but from your dog's perspective, you just interrupted a sentence they were in the middle of saying. Dogs assess the people they are bonded to through scent and physical proximity in a way that is far more detailed than most owners realize. Your body chemistry tells them things your face never could, whether you are stressed, unwell, emotionally dysregulated, or fine. That check-in is deliberate, purposeful, and genuinely important to them. When you immediately convert that moment into a petting session, you shift the dynamic to your own need to touch them. Try something different next time your dog comes over and initiates this kind of quiet check-in. Keep your hands still and let them finish taking whatever time they need. And only after they have completed what they came to do. If they settle against you, then respond. The difference in what you will feel from your dog in those moments is remarkable, because you finally let them complete the thing they came to do. And a dog, who is allowed to finish their sentences, eventually starts saying more of them. 3. Let them know something difficult is coming. Here is something we do to dogs every single day that we would never do to another person we cared about. We change their world without warning. A new baby arriving, moving house, a family member leaving, or a surgery. To you, these things come with context, mental preparation, and time to adjust. To your dog, they simply happen without any explanation. One day the world is one thing, and the next day it is something completely different, and they have no framework to explain the shift, and no way to know whether the change is permanent. A study from researchers at Stockholm University found that dogs experience significantly higher cortisol levels during periods of household disruption, and that the stress response was notably more severe when the disruption was sudden rather than gradual. You cannot explain a house move to your dog in words, but you can change how you behave in the weeks before it. You can take them to the new home before you move, letting them explore the change at their own pace. You can maintain the parts of your routine that are most anchored to their sense of safety. What you should not do is what most owners do, which is nothing, assuming their dog will just adjust. Sometimes they do adjust, but the cost of that anxiety and disrupted sleep is very real. Your dog has been waiting their whole life for you to understand that change is not neutral for them. Even a small gesture, staying consistent in the things that matter most when everything else is in flux, is a vital form of care. 4. Let them say no. This is the one that matters most. Your dog has a real vocabulary made of body language, posture, movement, and microsignals. And within that vocabulary, they have a clear way of saying, "Not right now, I do not want this, please stop." The head turning away, the lip lick, the slight lean back, or the yawn at an unexpected moment are all sentences, and most owners do not just miss them, they actively override them. Think of the child who wants to hug the dog while the dog's whole body is communicating, "No, please." Or the grooming session where the dog is giving every signal of discomfort, and the owner keeps going anyway. Every time this happens, your dog learns that their communication does not work. And over time, a dog who has learned their signals do not work stops sending them clearly. Research from the University of Bristol School of Veterinary Sciences found that dogs with more autonomy over physical interactions showed fewer anxiety behaviors. They formed stronger voluntary bonds with their handlers than dogs in interactions controlled entirely by the human. Less control from you means more trust from them. This is the thing your dog has been waiting for their entire life. They do not need you to be perfect. They just need you to listen when they speak. Because a dog who trusts that their no will be respected does not need to escalate. They do not need to growl or snap or shut down entirely. They can communicate quietly in the earliest, softest signal and know it will land. That is a dog who feels safe enough to tell you the truth. 5. Be the same person every day. Not perfect, just the same. Your dog does not need you to be endlessly patient or to never have a bad day. What they need is to be able to predict you. Research into canine stress has consistently found that unpredictability in the primary owner is among the strongest predictors of chronic anxiety. An owner who is warm one day and distracted the next creates an exhausting environment. An owner who sets rules that shift depending on their mood makes it impossible for a dog to map them. And if they cannot map you, they cannot relax around you fully. The version of your dog you most want to see can only exist when their nervous system decides it is safe to drop the monitoring. And monitoring only stops when the person being monitored has become predictable enough to trust. You do not need to be an extraordinary owner. You need to be a consistent one. Show up the same way most of the time in the moments that matter to them. Feed them around the same time and walk them with the same patience. Respond to their signals with the same attention regardless of how your day went. Your dog has been waiting their whole life for the version of you that is reliable. If this video gave you a new way of seeing your dog, then do one thing before you leave. Hit like, drop a comment telling us which of the 5 you are going to change first, and subscribe. Because the more you understand your dog, the better life gets for both of you. And that is always worth showing up for. By slowing down, you give them the space they always deserved. You are transitioning from a manager to a true partner. This is the ultimate gift you can give your pet. A safe space where they do not have to worry. A predictable world where they can just be a dog. Their life is short, but your impact on it is massive. Make every interaction count by being fully present. Look at them with understanding instead of judgment. Listen to their quiet whispers before they have to yell. Respect their boundaries just as you expect them to respect yours. Create a home environment rooted in peace and stability. This is how you truly honor their loyalty. This is how you become the owner they always thought you were. Thank you for taking the time to care deeply. Your dog is waiting for you to practice this today. Go ahead and take that first step right now. Observe their next movement with fresh, curious eyes. Let them guide the interaction for once. Notice the subtle shift in their energy when you do. You will see a more relaxed posture almost immediately. That is the silent thank you they have been holding back. Keep showing up for them in this meaningful way, because they show up for you every single day. And that beautiful bond is worth protecting at all costs. Leave a comment sharing which of these 5 vital shifts you will make for your dog starting this very evening.